So I'm delighted this morning to be with Asim. Look, first of all, massive thanks to Shaz, who introduced me to Asim from Lend Hub. I better get the Lend right because you've also had a vast background with Lend Invest, Metro I know extremely well, Barclays, HBOS as well. Asim,
Mhm.
for people who don't know about Lend Hub, who are based in Mayfair, based in Bond
Mhm.
Street, so really nice location.
Yeah.
Um, just a little bit about your background. Your chief commercial officer. What does
Mhm.
that mean in practical terms, and what is the uniqueness about LendHub as well?
Yeah, sure. Hello, everyone. Right. So I think the best way to describe LendHub is that we are a principal bridging and development lender. We've been going 7 years, started life in North London and moved into our offices in Mayfair not so long ago, 4 years now, I think, maybe five. And to answer your question, Brendan, what makes us different? I mean, as you probably know, it's quite a crowded market when it comes to short-term finance, bridging lending, etc. So the two things that I always kind of point out to people when I speak to them about LendHub is one, we were a development lender. We started life, we were put together as a development lender. People that founded the two people, it's father and son partnership, Christopher and Prod, and they're very well-known developers, investors, etc. In the North London Greek Cypriot community, and they've brought their expertise to the short-term market. So we're very comfortable looking at transactions that look and feel like a development transaction. Historically, what was happening was bridging lenders would do refurb and development type loans. They would do it as a series of bridges, which again was a great idea at the time and it worked. But that isn't really what we do. We've never done that. So that kind of stands us apart a little bit. A lot of our peers have started doing that as well. So it's not as unique as it once was, but we have a deeper understanding, I feel, of what can go wrong, what does go wrong, and how to fix it, how to deal with it. Which is why we kind of like to stay within the London home counties and the built-up areas in town cities up and down the country. We don't go overly regional because we don't have the local knowledge. The other thing that kind of sets us apart, I suppose, is our interest, our skin in the game. We have multiple funding lines and arrangements, and it's all deal dependent. But wherever possible, just to give our funders a bit more comfort as well, we always put a little bit of our own money into it, and that can vary from 5% and 25% depending on the funding line that's sitting behind us. And the great thing with us is that we don't really have lines. I mean, you have lenders announcing you've got 200, 300 million or whatever. We have it's an arrangement, as we call it. So there is an upper limit because we co-lend. And we do all the underwrite, all the DD, etc. ourselves, and we trusted to do that because we have quite a large stake in every deal that we do, depending on the deal. So I think those are the two things. Plus, we're in London, so we know the London market fairly well. You mentioned my background briefly, so I've operated in real estate finance for quite a few years now, over a decade. So you get to know a little bit about what's going on in the market, and we try to bring that to the forum. So that's, I mean, a combination of those things.
Asim, I just wanted to say, certainly in the early days, and I don't know if it's still the case now, your focus is on Zone 3, Zone 4 home counties. Is that still primarily your focus?
No, you're spot on. It was not anymore. We've grown as a lender. Our loan book has matured, and we have gone further afield. I think we are more comfortable lending in London, but we have transactions in the northeast, northwest, in the Midlands. If it makes sense, if it's an area that we can kind of go and have a look around and get comfortable with, then so yes, I wouldn't say that's no longer the case. We want to diversify the book.